Hey everyone, so we're about 10,000 kilometers in, and I wanted to kind of give an update on some of the things that I've noticed after owning this car. It's my dad's car, but I've driven it quite a few. I guess um, one of the things from driving this car is compared to like a 40i, it is much more subtle. If you like that, obviously with the air suspension and the extra weight, it drives more like a 7 series versus like the older one drove kind of like a 5 series, right? It was very nimble, very dynamic. This is a bit more muted, but the thing is, in a straight line is very powerful, and you definitely notice it. So in terms of the mileage, let's have a look at that. So as you can see, it's charging now. Also, actually, before we do that, we'll talk about the charging cable and everything. So as you guys know, we have this charger that we got from Amazon. It's from Max Green. So far it's been good. We just had that one issue where basically what happened is I just pressed the lock and this at the same time. And basically what happened is this kind of froze up. Also, I think it might be related to like this charger, like it wasn't greased or whatever. So it basically got stuck and basically it wouldn't move. And what happened is this locking mechanism got stuck there. So basically the issue was we weren't able to take it out. And obviously if you can't take it out, you can't drive the car, right? You can't pull it out, it's stuck. So one thing that I learned about the car is if you want to manually unlatch the car, the charging cable, it's a pretty cool design, to be honest. So there's this thing that you pull out from here and you basically pull it, and I'm not gonna pull it now, but it basically manually unlatches that latch, and you can physically see it too. So that was pretty cool to learn. The other issue that we had with this car was one day all of a sudden at like 3 a.m. we just see like the car's alarm go off, literally just like going crazy, and then the car went back to normal, and we're like, okay, that's weird. Thought it was like something to do with the software update. Then the next day it happened, and then it didn't stop. It went on for like an hour. We woke up, we brought it to the dealer, and apparently it was some sensor that was thinking that the hood was open. So I'm guessing they probably just ejected that proxy or something, probably replaced the sensor, and it was fine. The next issue that we kind of had, so obviously a lot of people had issues relating to the AC. We were lucky and we didn't have it for a while, but we went for a long trip. What happened is basically we had like no AC coming in. It was like really hot. It was almost like dangerously hot. And they replaced the AC free of charge. And then after that, it was like no problem. So I think they replaced the compressor. They refilled the fluid, the refrigerant fluid. They did some checks, and then after that, it was fine. But in terms of the mileage, so let's see. So I gotta see, another thing you learn, you can't turn on the car without removing this. So take this out, put it back on our charging stand, come back here, close this up. All right, so we'll start it up, and as you can see, so we've driven 9,850 kilometers. 5,000 of that was gas, 2,000 was electric. So we could have probably made it the other way. We could have made like 5,000, 2,000. But the thing is, we did go on a few long trips. Mainly, I think about like 2,000 of that kilometers is like long trips. So obviously the issue with long trips is like you can only charge when you're at the hotel or wherever you're staying, and you kind of just use it. So that's like another point where we noticed, like in our old X5, we used to get about like 700, 800 kilometers to a tank. This is like 660, 700. Like, so even if your battery dies out, you still manage to get about 650, which is pretty good. But let's look at the mileage. Yeah, so 42 miles per gallon. That's still like, this is like a 5,000 pound SUV. That's still ridiculous, the amount of MPG you're getting. So needless to say, that's still a pretty good return on investment, I would say. But other than that, like the interior and everything is good. Yeah, obviously white seats is very hard to take care of, so we usually clean it up every week. This is like the only like piano black in the car, and it's kind of like the most annoying part. I wish they would have made it like either like the X3s. Like I think the new X3s are like that matte finish, which also gets scuffed up, but I get why they did it. It's like they want to look premium, but it's pretty good. What else can we take a look at? Yeah, another, I guess, quirk or feature is if you want the car to look super nice, all lower down. This is like if you want to show off to your friends, basically the easiest way is press this button. You can see it's blinking. And now you can see the car is lowering. So usually whenever I wash the car or something like that, have it lowered. Looks super nice. But yeah, like yeah, and I guess another thing that I noticed is basically if you want the car to like manually turn on the engine, like obviously I thought that you can just like turn it on and then put in sport mode and that would turn it on, but that doesn't do anything. So basically you have to open this, and I think now if you set the car, now it manually turns the engine. So if you want to take a, you know, like a listen to the engine or whatever, you can. But yeah, you can tell it doesn't have those burbles or that meaner tone of the old 40i B58.